Hello there, my name is Martin Henley. This is the Effective Marketing Content Extravaganza. And if you're new here, you won't even know that I'm on a mission to give you everything you need to be successful in your business, in your career, providing, of course, what you need to be successful in your business, in your career, is to know more about and be implementing much more efficiently, much more enthusiastically, and much more effectively sales and marketing in your business, which is, of course, what you need. You need more customers and you need them more profitably. So eventually, everything you need to do that will be here on this channel. So what goes on here is I'm here giving you everything I know about sales and marketing as part of the What the Series. That happens on a Monday. On a Tuesday, I bring in anyone I can find with experience that's going to be useful to you. If you are looking to be more successful in your business, that's Talk Marketing. Every other Wednesday, we bring in Melanie Farmer, and we look at the marketing news and speculate wildly about what it might mean for you in your business, in your marketing life. And on the other Wednesday, we do a marketing review, so you don't have to. On a Thursday, there's a new thing coming, which is Thinking Out Loud on a Thursday. And on a Friday, we review the very best and the very worst of marketing content on the internet. So if that sounds like it might be interesting or useful, please tell me it does, because we're only here to be interesting and useful. Please take a second to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because that will give us the motivation to continue on this epic journey. So today is a Wednesday, so we are reviewing the marketing review. We review so you don't have to. I know it's a mission, finding the right tools, finding the right content, finding the right books. All of these things are a mission. So we'll do this for you so you don't have to. Now today, interestingly, I am going to be reviewing ChatGPT. Now, if you've been under a rock, you won't have any idea what this is. But you haven't been under a rock. You know exactly what this is. And you're wondering, what is this going to do for me and my marketing? And I'm also asking the same question, So I'm thinking about it. I'm going to show you where I've got to with this today. Maybe this will help you decide how you are going to implement this new tool in your business. Now, what's interesting to me and where this started for me is back in July, I was sent a link to openai.com. Playground is what it was called. And a friend sent me this link and he said, look at this, it's amazing. You put in a phrase, it gives you a load more text. You can see how excited I was about it. I managed to exhaust 3 cents of the $18 that they allowed me in the way of credit. The next thing that came along was Midjourney, the Midjourney bot. This was around the end of July, and I got quite excited about this, so I logged up. Midjourney was a tool where you put in a phrase and it will come up with these amazing images. So it was like the last selfie of man on Earth and all of these things. The reason I'm giving you this little bit of backstory is because this has happened really, really quickly. Like from July, OpenAI, the service behind ChatGPT, was junk. It didn't keep my attention for more than 20 minutes. And I told my mate, don't send me these rubbish links. I'm not excited about AI. I don't think it's going to deliver any value. I don't think it's going to do anything interesting or useful. And then it did. So literally a month later, back end of August, we have Midjourney. And now there are dozens of these. And there are very specific AI for profile pictures, etc., etc. And then in December, literally in December, have I got this for you? Is when this all kicked off. I haven't got it for you because I've closed the window. But literally, if you look at Google Trends, you can see December ChatGPT happened. GPT. So, what's the point? The point is, this went from junk in July to really quite amazing by the beginning of December. So that's it was back end of July, August, September, October, November, December. It's taking the world by storm. So I'm not the only person who's looked at this. This is what Jordan Peterson has to say.
I figure a third of the
tool.
universities will go broke in the next 5 years. So I'll tell you what ChatGPT is, just so you know. It's smarter than you. This is a big deal. It's an AI system, artificial intelligence system. I went on to it last week and I said, okay, some of you know I've written these books, 12 Rules for Life, and then Beyond Order, 12 More Rules, because, You can't have enough rules. And I asked it, this is what I asked it to do. I said, write me an essay that's a 13th rule for Beyond Order, written in a style that combines the King James Bible with the Tao Te Ching. That's pretty difficult to pull off, you know. Any one of those things is hard. The intersection of all three, that's impossible. Well, it wrote it in about 3 seconds, 4 pages long, and it isn't obvious to me, for better or worse, that I would be able to tell that I didn't write it. Right. I figure a third of the universities will go broke in the next 5 years.
Right. So let's get this straight. Okay, so Jordan Peterson, bless him, if things aren't obvious to him, they're not true. That's the code. But he thinks this is going to put universities out of business, which is interesting. Maybe it is. And that's his interest. You know, he was originally an academic, so that's his interest. It's not smarter than you. ChatGPT is not smarter than you. And it never will be smarter than you. It might be better at doing this very one thing than you are, but it's not smarter than you. You know, you can live, you can love, you can give, you can take, you can smile, you can laugh, you can cook, you can run, you can swim, you can fly around in aeroplanes. You know, you are a very smart being. You are a very smart being. And I don't think it's necessarily for Jordan Peterson to be telling us that we're not smart enough. So it's not smarter than you. It didn't... It managed to do something which is as clever as Jordan Peterson thinks he does. I don't know if it did this, if it came up with a 13th rule and then it did it in the style of the Bible and whatever Chinese thing he's talking about. I don't know if that's true. But it's interesting because it's getting people's attention. And oh, look, this is where I put this tab. So you can see that it's true what I was saying. This happened literally at the beginning of December. Now it's January the 10th. So we are literally a month and a week later, a week and a half later. And this has gone insane. This whole thing has gone insane. So I think what we need to do is we need to have a look at it. And we need to see if it can, in 3 seconds, write 4 pages of 30. It can't. Let's just face it, it can't. Okay, good. So here we are. So, oh no, that is the wrong one. Oh no, that is the wrong one. So we need to go ChatGPT. We need to get this working again. Sorry, while I log in. We want to try, and I have tried already. It's been very busy, this website. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT looks like, and that's not the best view. Can I come over there? Move you across a little bit. So these are some of the things that I have been asking ChatGPT, and if we scroll down, you'll see that there is, we scroll down, it's really not very good. Let me make that smaller and zoom out on this one. Oh, it's really not working. I'm sorry about this. It's really not working. Can I make it big? Limitations. Yada. So let's go new chat. Can we do that? What happens if we do that? It is here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Right. So what we need to do is we need to move this. Okay, that will do. That's the view that will do us some good. Okay, so what we have here is we just have a text box. And what we can do is we can ask it to do things. So I was, what am I interested to do? I am interested to, for example, what is a good marketing strategy for a marketing YouTube channel? Because this is what I'm interested in. Okay, and then what happens is 1, 2, 3. Jordan Peterson definitely didn't get 4 pages in 3 seconds because here we are. Okay, so, but it's interesting. And I think this is what's impressive because it's throwing words on the page. And I can't do this. You know, and you probably can't do this. And I think there are very few people in the world. I could say this stuff. I might know this stuff. But I couldn't actually get the words on the page like this, I don't think. Right, so what it's telling us is there are many different marketing strategies that you can use for a YouTube channel, but here are a few ideas to get you started. Use keyword research to identify the topics that your target audience is interested in and create content around those topics. It's a good idea. Collaborate with other creators and cross-promote each other's content. It's a good idea. Utilize YouTube's advertising and promotional tools such as sponsored cards and banners to reach a wider audience. That's a good idea, apart from I've tried it and Google weirdly will not take my money to grow my channel, or rather they will take my money. The channel doesn't grow. Engage with your viewers by asking them for their feedback and responding to comments. Yeah, that's a good idea. Create a consistent posting schedule and use social media to promote your content and interact with your audience. Yeah, consider offering exclusive content or perks to subscribers to encourage them to follow your channel. Utilize YouTube's analytics to track your performance and identify areas for improvement. Overall, the key to successful marketing strategy for a YouTube channel is to create high-quality content that resonates with your target audience and consistently engages your viewers. So I'm thinking, this is a wow. This is why people are excited about ChatGPT, because there is nothing wrong with the things that it's suggesting, that it's telling us we should do. Specifically, there's really nothing wrong with the spelling or the grammar. All of the sentences make sense. These are good suggestions. So this, I think, is why people are excited about ChatGPT. So I don't think there's anything wrong with this. But this is essentially doing what I do for a living, not in 3 seconds, but maybe in 15 seconds. It's coming up with 7 really strong suggestions. And then if we're not happy with those suggestions, what we can do very quickly is just regenerate the response and it will try again, although it's not very different. Optimize your video titles, descriptions, and tags to make it easier for people to discover your content. Promote your videos on social media. So these are now different suggestions. Collaborate we had before. Engage your viewers we had before. 6, utilize YouTube's paid promotion. We had that before. To reach a wider audience. It's important to focus on building a strong. Okay, so identify your target audience and create content that speaks to their needs. I'm not sure if we had that the first time. But here we are, a minute in, and we've got essentially a list, and we know that Google loves a listicle and people love a listicle. We've got a list of 10 things you can do to grow your YouTube channel. So this starts to look like really interesting and useful and compelling content, doesn't it? In like a minute. So I think that's useful. I think that's interesting. Let's ask it another question. So let's say, what is the best way to market a skateboard product? And see what it says now. Okay, so it's working on it already. This is the impressive thing. Okay, so similar. Identify your target audience and create content that speaks to their needs. Utilize social media platforms. These platforms to run paid ads targeting specific demographics or interests. Collaborate with skateboard influencers. Consider hosting events or sponsoring local skateboarding competitions. Optimize your website and online store for search engines to make it easier for people to find your product online. Offer incentives such as free shipping or discounts to encourage people to purchase your products. Remember to focus on building a strong brand and creating high-quality products. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I mean, if I were nitpicking, I would say that like maybe these are tactics rather than strategies. So let's go and see if it understands what a strategy is. So how do you produce a marketing strategy? Good question. And of course, it's working already. You should follow these steps. Identify your target audience. Okay, good. It's very excited about that. Set your marketing objectives, 100%. Conduct a SWOT analysis. Identify your company's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Develop a unique value proposition. Yes. determine your budget and allocate resources. Yes. Okay, good. 6, choose your marketing channels. This starts to look, it's not the way I put together a marketing strategy, but it starts to look like a marketing strategy. So this is why people are so excited, worried about ChatGPT. This is perfectly usable ideas, let alone content. So essentially, I'm not sure how many words this is, but these start to look like blog posts, don't they? These start to look like, if I could come up with a topic, here's a topic, brand marketing. We're doing brand marketing on Monday in the What the series. So let's see, what is brand marketing? It's having to think. Brand marketing is the practice of promoting a brand and its product or services in order to build awareness and drive sales. It involves creating a unique identity for the brand, including a name, logo, and other visual elements, as well as developing messaging and positioning that sets the brand apart from competitors. Effective brand marketing involves creating a strong, consistent brand image and message across all marketing channels, including social media, advertising, and the company's website. It also involves building relationships with customers and creating a positive brand experience that encourages loyalty and word-of-mouth marketing. Overall, the goal of brand marketing is to establish a strong positive association with the brand in the minds of consumers, which can lead to increased brand awareness, customer loyalty, and sales. Now, I'm researching this for Monday's What the Series video, and that might be the best definition I've seen of brand marketing. Okay, so if this were going to be a blog post, I'd probably go with another question. I would say, why is brand marketing important? See, I can't even write 5 words without getting a spelling mistake. So why is brand marketing important? Brand marketing is important for a number of reasons. 1, it helps build brand awareness by promoting the brand consistently across various marketing channels. Brand marketing helps increase awareness of the brand and its product or services. This can lead to increased customer recognition and loyalty. It differentiates the brand from competitors. A strong brand helps a company stand out in a crowded market and can make it easier for customers to remember and choose the brand over its competitors. It can increase customer loyalty by creating a positive brand experience and building strong relationships with customers. Brand marketing can encourage loyalty and repeat business. It can increase the value of the brand. A strong, well-known brand is often more valuable than a similar product or service without a strong brand. This can lead to increased sales and profits. It can serve as a source of inspiration for employees. A strong brand can serve as a source of inspiration for employees, helping to create a positive company culture and increase employee engagement. Overall, brand marketing is an important aspect of any business as it helps establish a strong positive association with the brand in the minds of consumers and can drive business success. I'm not even joking. This looks very similar to what I was intending to say on Monday. And so, what? So, I'm not sure how many words this is. That might be a couple of hundred words, I can put in more questions. How do you do brand marketing? When do you do brand marketing? Is there a danger with brand marketing? This is what Monday's video will look like. And I will have a blog post. So, what do we think? I think it's actually insane. This was junk in July. You saw it wasn't even 1%. It didn't keep me engaged for $18. It kept me of $18. It kept me engaged for 3 cents. And then the beginning of December, it looks like this. So what do I think? I think if we go back, I think what we need to do is think about. Now, I had a conversation, it's coming up in about 2 weeks' time on Talk Marketing with a really bright, really good copywriter. And I think this was happening in the first week of December when we had the chat, and it will be posted in a few weeks' time. And we spoke about AI and what it's going to do for copywriters. And she was fairly bullish and fairly confident that it wasn't going to be a problem. But I, like every marketer on the planet, has looked at a blank website page and said, okay, now I need to speak about aluminium 2014 for 600 words. What on earth am I going to say? And the truth is, this will do that job for me in a minute. Like I can literally say, what is aluminium 2014? What are the common applications for aluminium 2014? Which industries benefit from it? What are the different, I don't know. So the key to this is the questions you ask, I imagine, or the information that you ask for. So I think it's going to be interesting like that, because that base level copywriting, which is really difficult, this tool does in minutes. It does it in minutes. And when I'm reading it, I'm seeing keyword, keyword, keyword. So again, if I come, it feels a little bit sometimes like it's filler. Like here it says, like some of these are repeated. It differentiates the brand from, make it easier for customers to remember and choose the brand. Here, building strong man can encourage loyalty and repeat. I don't know. It's really good, is what I'm telling you. It is really good. And the issue is, here is the issue. Do marketers really need another tool that enables them to do a half-assed job of their marketing? That's what I really, really think. I mean, it's insane. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it to produce copy. I'm not going to use it to produce my content. And that's interesting. Why is that interesting? Because the thing is differentiation. The thing is, I'm seeing people use this already. Already in December, a couple of people posted on LinkedIn, for example, and said this has been generated by ChatGPT. And they said that that's what was going on. And then here we are in January, and I'm seeing some not very articulate, not very communicative, not very highly skilled communicators now posting very erudite, is erudite the word, very well-reasoned posts on LinkedIn. Like, here is the issue of the day, and these are my considerations about it. And if you're facing this issue, you might want to think about these things. Now, for me, because I've seen them posting before ChatGPT and I'm seeing them posting after ChatGPT, I'm seeing they're obviously using this tool. Is that bad? It's really bad. I don't want to know what the computer thinks or what the internet thinks a thing is. Here's the issue. I don't want to know what the internet thinks about a subject. I want to know what you think about a subject. And more importantly, if I am engaging you, if I am employing you, if I am taking you on as a supplier for your specialism, I want to know that it's your specialism and not the specialism of the internet. And that's why maybe if I had to produce a page of copy on something very bland, very dry, something, then I would use a tool like this. But if I'm marketing me and my ideas, it will be original. It will not come from these tools. And the reason for that is, and I think this is the real issue, the reason for that is I'm not particularly satisfied with the way that the marketing industry, the marketing subject, the marketing activity is happening in the world. That's my mission. I think you should be doing it differently. I don't think you should understand what marketing is. I think you should know how it works. I think you should be doing it. And I think when you are doing it, then you will have fun with it and you will be much more successful. But you won't be doing it the way that the world thinks you should do it, because the way the world thinks you should do it, people don't trust, people don't like, people don't do. And then when people go out and try and find people to do it for them, they end up getting ripped off. This is my mission. So I think the issue with a tool like this, it demonstrates how clever the computers are. It's not intelligence, it's artificial intelligence. It's not real yet, but it shows you how clever computers are at what I've always said computers are really good at, which is managing, manipulating, understanding data. So now they are understanding data so well, computers, that they understand how words come together and how sentences come together and how topics come together and how pixels come together in an image to create a picture. This is super, super clever. It's super, super clever. So to answer the question, what's it going to do for your marketing? The danger is it's going to make your copy look like everyone else's copy. That's the danger. But the issue is, if you're selling something that's commoditized or something that is completely utility, then your copy is going to look like everyone else's copy. And maybe by using a tool like this, you can push it on so it looks slightly better or slightly different. So in lots of instances, I think the copy you need, a computer can generate it for you. It's clever enough to do it. It's talking about my subject. It's talking about marketing strategy. I've done this for 25 years. And it's giving me, not in 3 seconds, but in 15 seconds, it's giving me more or less what I do. Not quite what I do. The point is, why am I getting excited about this? Everyone is excited about this, is the truth, because this is insane. And the reason I gave you the background is because from July, it was junk. December, it's amazing. So we're in January now. Where's it going to be in May? Where's it going to be in July? Where's it going to be next December? So basically this is taking off the shackles. You don't have to be able to write anymore. Like, you could create a blog and it might be a little bit academic. It might be a little bit bland, but you can fill that blog with content in about 20 minutes. So why wouldn't you do it? Well, the reason you might not do it is because it's going to become so much more competitive. There's going to be so much more people in the game again. And we know there's already more people in the game because of digital marketing and the accessibility that that's given us all as individuals. What am I? Where am I with this thing? I think we need to
the NYC Education Department blocks ChatGPT.
I figure a third of the
recession period. We were shocked at what happened next. Right. In seconds, it started explaining why.
We will see what's going on with this. So it's shocking. Here's the way I'm going to use it for me, because I'm interested in lots of subjects. You'll know that if you're here. So, for example, when I come, I'd be interested to say, okay, for example, who are the leading thinkers in marketing? For example, maybe it won't be marketing. Maybe it will be these other things, like maybe who are the leading thinkers in product development? Who are the leading thinkers in innovation? Who are the leading thinkers in leadership? All these things that I'm not interested in. So I think I will use this as a base research tool to go to that next step more quickly. So I think I'm going to use this service and services like it because it's just going to short circuit that process. It's absolutely going to short circuit that process. But let's have a look at where it's going, because it's got to here, January 2023. It only appeared on everyone's radar December 2022. It's literally less than 6 weeks old. So let's see where it is. I mean, look at this. It's producing this content. Like, these are the leading thinkers, and this is something about them. Could we? Philip Kotler, 100%. Seth Godin, 100%. Malcolm Gladwell. Is he really a thinker in marketing? I'm not sure. Daniel Kahneman, yes. Simon Sinek is leadership, isn't he? A motivational speaker. Maybe it's not correct. The thing that I wanted to show you next was
the NYC Education Department blocks ChatGPT on school devices and networks. Education itself is scared shitless of all their jobs. The NYC Education Department.
Right. So this is really going to be a challenge for the education, the way we educate people. I mean, this is maybe actually going to have to change the way that happens, because this can produce an essay in minutes, and that's the next thing that I wanted to show you. So the question on my mind was immediately, is this then can they check? Can people know? When it comes to content, I don't think it really matters. If it comes to a page of copy, if it comes to a LinkedIn post, I mean, I think people are going to... There's already this feeling of skepticism, you know. People already feel like when they come to buy something, they're going to get ripped off. They already don't like sales and marketing. So now we're going to get to the point where people read things, and we've had this in marketing for a while, you know. Like somebody comes to me and says, oh, well, I read on the so-and-so blog that I should do it this way. Well, that so-and-so blog was probably written by an intern, you know, so they don't know necessarily what they're talking about. I'm not saying they didn't research it. I'm not saying that blah, blah, blah. But we've had this in a while that we can't trust content. And now what's going to happen is people are going to trust content less. So we're going to have to work harder to get their trust again. So is it going to make it harder for us? So AI text checking tool. Sorry, I did have this open before. AI content detector. Right, so this looks like this. Okay, so let's go back to our content and say, okay, optimizing marketing strategy. So we've just seen this. There are many leading thinkers in the world of marketing. One day maybe I'll be on that list. And we go to AI content checker and we paste it and we do the analysis tests, analyze texts. Is that the result? Okay, let's do that again because that was kind of quick. Brand marketing is important. Let's go with this. Let's go with this and say, okay, that does seem to be it. Does that check? Analyze text. Analyze text. 8% generated content. Okay. 8% human generated. Let's try that once more. What is brand marketing? How can they know? Oh, because the other thing obviously is that Google has come out and stated that it can detect AI. They've been claiming to use AI since 2014 in their search engines. So what happens here? 1% human generated content. I don't know the criteria that this tool is using. I don't know. And anyway, I had some TikTok stuff here, but I also closed that window because I was being clumsy and stupid. Okay, good. Here is the thing. It's there. What are you going to do? Like, it doesn't go backwards. It's gone from junk to amazing in 4 months. The stuff I wanted to show you on TikTok was people are already out saying, here's how you make $10,000 a month with this tool. I mean, I can see copywriters going into business and they'll be like, can you produce copy? And they will just put it through this thing. Maybe they'll edit it a little bit. Maybe they'll put it through the checker tools and get it to the point where it looks like more like 50%. I don't know how they can say that's 8%, only 8% human generated. I don't know how that bit works. There are now plugins coming down the track so you can automate the responses to emails. You can do all sorts of things. Here's what I really think. Here's what I really, really think is that we talk about authenticity and this isn't authentic, you know, and it seems to me like every development that comes along, it takes us further away from authentic. We are, as marketers, we know that we have to win the trust of our prospective customers. Maybe we don't anymore. I don't know. And tools like this make it harder for people to discern, is this Martin speaking or is this a computer speaking? I don't want to get into that can of worms. I don't want to open that can of worms. The answer to the question, what's this going to do for your marketing? It's going to make the base content writing, because people can put it through an AI content checker. If you're talking about something, that you hold in stock, if you're talking about something that is commoditized, then writing copy for those things has always been the most difficult. I would use this tool in a second to do those things. Because all you need to do is say, this is what we do, this is how it benefits you, this is our style, this is whatever. If you are marketing yourself and your ideas, then which I'm doing, I don't want people to be thinking, did Martin come up with this or did a computer come up with this? The problem now is how amazing is, like, if I can say in 6 months' time, produce content in the style of me, and it does it. I mean, that's going to be insane. The answer to the question, what's this going to do for your marketing, is it's going to get you thinking about your marketing. It's going to get you thinking, if you engage a copywriter, did they produce this themselves or did they run it through a thing? It's going to get you thinking, do I even need to engage a copywriter? So there are lots and lots and lots of questions. It's got weirdly amazing in the space of end of August, September, October, November, December. Here we are, beginning of January. I think 2023 is going to be the year of AI now. 6 months ago, I would have told you it's not going to come up with anything interesting and useful. Now it has. So maybe they've got to the top of their skill level. Maybe this is as good as it's ever going to get. Doesn't seem like that's likely to me. People are going to now be producing add-ons. People are now going to be developing from this point going forward. I think it's getting better. I think the way we think about AI and the way we use AI, and this is an age-old argument in marketing, you know, we've been automating our LinkedIn connection requests. We've been automating our email marketing. We've been doing all of that. The question has been how much of that automation is appropriate. And the answer, it seems, has always been however much you can get away with. This takes it to another level. This takes it absolutely to another level. So it's going to have as big an effect as you want it to have. You need to engage with it right now. You need to be understanding it, and you probably need to be growing with it over the course of this year because it's going to go mad. Okay, good. That's me and ChatGPT. It's insane. Thank you for being here this time. If you found this interesting or useful, please take a second to like, share, comment, subscribe, because that will help us enormously. And we will be here the next time you come along talking about something to do with marketing or sales, most likely. Thank you for being here this time. Thank you for taking the time to check out this episode of Marketing Reviews. If you found this interesting and useful, you will find more of these here. And this is something that YouTube thinks you will like. If you haven't yet, please take a second to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because that will give us the motivation to continue on this epic, epic journey.